Car shopping.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They go play action here. Mon completes it to the fullback, Ham. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mon now off of play action. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Vikings nothing. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
A give. This is Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On first down, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mond. Flushed out right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try the right side with Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, running left is Harris.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And the Steeler first down.
He finds his man Johnson. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20.
7 yards the pick up there.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Kaepernick now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now a first down carry for Harris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll set up to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, here's Mon. It's complete to Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Mon. This is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On play action, it's Kaepernick. It's brought in by Harris. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Kaepernick. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Harris. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Touchdown!
Chase Claypool.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Cameron Hayward on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Mond. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, here's Mond.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That was nice work there defensively to force the incomplete. Even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Complete to Washington. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On first down, Kaepernick. To the right side and complete to Washington. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Washington. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Vikings 24-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Harris. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. This is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the block, motion, block. 55 is my guy, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Here's Mond.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mike 28. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 28. Come to my work. We want it.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
You don't know no better.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. Drops this off with Nwangu.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And a dump off to White. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they go play action here. Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kellen Mond.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Gostkowski with the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Vikings 14. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Osborne on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. It's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mond. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score.